Good times, everybody. Welcome back to CSR. Another Crosskeys match. This is a 3-in-1 match between latebit and Jesse. I got Tracy and Zeruvian here to talk. I'm going to track with Jaxie. I'm going to thumbtack your restream. I'm going to hand it off to them.
Oh boy, I've never been handed a restream before. Do I run it to the other side of the field and hopefully score some points? I'm not sure how this works.
Go the right direction. Go the right direction. That's all, all that matters.
Well, we have to figure out what the right direction is here, because we're just playing regular Crosskeys tonight, Tracy.
I mean, I've got a few recently that are just the regular Crosskeys, so... I mean, things could happen in regular Crosskeys. That's what I keep saying. Although the one last night was really, really interesting, and then it just came down to an ice rod hunt. And then it was less it was very sad. It was very sad, but it was still a really good race, so if you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. Although I spoiled some of it, apologies.
I mean, ice rod hunt says plenty. That's all the excitement you need to have, right?
There you go.
Well, as Tomal did tell us, we have an exciting pair between Jesse and latebit here, both at 3-1, as we're getting to the late stages. Yeah.
That's significant, because the person that wins still has a shot of just going straight into the bracket. The person that loses has no more room for error, and even then has to go into the play-in race. So, yeah, this is a lot of incentive to win this race tonight. And yeah, yeah, not even like the mirror scroll. No, nothing.
not a thing. Just regular Crosskeys with no hovering and bouncing either.
You know. I think one of the things that we learned in this tournament is that if you do something to your settings that forces the seed to be rolled by the doors branch, the key logic is a little bit different. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know all the ins and outs, but yeah, there was some key logic that allowed like fourth. I don't remember the detail. There was something in Firebar Room in GT. Something not enough keys. I don't remember the detail.
Something big key to GT. Something Moon Pearl and pre-Moldorm. That's exactly what the restreamer's saying in chat. And I've seen that happen. We called that one. I think it was 2 weeks ago, right before some storm swept through my area and told me to go to bed. And I've also played one in the past week with my usual league partner. We had the same thing happen. Big key in map chest, Moon Pearl at the top of GT. Like, what the heck? And I don't think we ever found the fourth GT key in that seed either.
It's pretty wild. There we go. Alright, double link house and a flute! Well, we didn't need to have a starting flute here. Or if we had one, it wouldn't have mattered.
Maybe 20 rupees. Hey, those 20 rupees could make a big difference, too. First pod key makes a big difference, too.
I mean, it allows you to do 2 extra things when you enter pod, if we find it early.
I wouldn't say ideal, but very useful start. Oh my god. It's vanilla already. Wait,
there was a vanilla mushroom last night too. Okay, Ganon's not vanilla. We're good. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here.
Accidentally rolled NMG. Oops. No.
I mean, there wasn't... It was an April Fool's ladder race where everything was vanilla until you got to the GT50, which was in Mimic Cave, so, you know.
Oh, ew. I think that said Misery Mire Palace of Darkness for our Reds tonight.
I saw Pod. I'll trust you on Misery Mire. That is a really convenient spot for the big bomb. Either way. We are going to be killing Aga 1 to make it even more convenient, because that was the useless fairy in that drop, and a bow for late then.
Yeah, you see Jesse's bought some bombs, I think, and he's going to go ahead and get a little extra cash here. The money's a big deal, actually, in the early parts
on,
of the game.
Yes. Yeah, because you want to have that 100 rupees to pay off your bottle vendor. If a glove or a flipper shows up, you have to be thinking about Zora, because it is an item, not just an item cave. Well, those are the biggies. And you don't have, like, you know, the guaranteed 50 rupees at the well drop down in the Lion's Hut that you get in normal non-entrance seeds.
Oh boy, backup escape early because Jesse has these bombs that he purchased. Or got up a tree pole, I don't remember.
Did you see where the Sank was? Sank start was? Was that?
Sank is over in the woods. It's at the Thieves Drop.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Least favorite Sank start, including the ones that include, you know, Dark World, is when it's at the castle.
Oh yeah. Well, luckily Ganon's
your
at the
two
castle.
screens up, you know.
That's like a mountain spawn goes to like the Link's House Bonk Rocks or something. Like, oh gee, thanks.
Yeah.
And puts out Desert East.
I mean, I think I had a seed once where like all 4 start spots were within, you know, 4 super tiles of each other. It was not good. The smith in that North Lock, and we see the uncle at a. I mean, it's not behind Agatu, so that's good. But it's you kind of want this to be at a place where you wouldn't necessarily be able to get it otherwise.
You'd rather have this at like the tree, like we just saw the useless area,
that's ideal.
Or you know, Sanctuary. But having it behind the pyramids is like, oh boy, I have to climb for 2 additional items behind Agatu.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
cool.
it's worse. Yeah, I think it's the worst thing to have behind Agatu, because it's the one that any other location you'd just be able to do, but not if it's Agatu. And then, you know, it means it's like you said, two additional items as opposed to 5 with the well, or just 1 that you hopefully never have to worry about in the 1 item caves. We do have a tree pole with 20 rupees. I didn't see what tier that was though.
Pretty sure it's just tier 1, because Jesse's pulled it a few times now.
Well, it probably is just tier 1. That's a good heads up. Look at the money difference between the two, and he doesn't even need to grab the bombs from the bomb refill cave.
Yeah, just finding the tree pole being an important thing for Jesse here. Already had bombs with the back of escape to pull that Samaria early, in addition to the extra pod key, in addition to being able to check bottle merchant on his first time through. Like, he's in no hurry right now to spend all that 300 money, but he's going to be able to do so without having to stress over it, I guess you could say. Nice sword on the library, too.
Boots locked sword. Hopefully we get boots. Nothing in the seed is guaranteeing us those boots yet, because the sword is that sword could actually be our gold sword and never be required. And you know, with nothing behind Aga 1, that's the one thing when you see that your Ganon is, or a required item is beyond Aga 1, then you know you're gonna get boots. I mean, yeah, you can do, you know, ASS or, you know. I'm spelling it. I know we can say those words here.
Just call it what it is. It is a fun and interesting way to just glean on a tree.
I have to dig up the VOD of Gamma doing it in week 1 because I've never seen it before and I want to see what it looks like.
See, this bottle merchant's anything to be excited about? No.
No, not at all. I mean, not for Jesse. Well, they both have 10 bombs now, and they both have good bomb bombs in this Kakariko. Sometimes those are your first bombs, and you get really happy because suddenly you have bombs.
And sometimes he just hands you 100 rupees back and goes, I didn't need your money, come on. Or, 10 rupees. Or 10 arrows, rather.
I mean, right now we're at a point where both of them have items that would allow them to do a mini Moldorm Cave, which is always the thing that I'm looking at early on, is if I run into mini Moldorm Cave, am I just going to be able to do that? And once I'm in that situation, I feel pretty good.
Well, Hype Cave. Having bombs for Hype Cave is nice, too. Now, speaking of Hype...
One. Moon Pearl.
Oh, boy. I mean, Moon Pearl and Glove is not a bad haul.
Yeah, I'll take those.
I don't know if I call it the hypest of Hype Caves. If you want the hypest of Hype Caves, you'd have to throw in a sword and a hammer And some boots to boot. I mean, come on.
I'm usually pretty happy if my 5-item caves have at least 1 or 2 items that I want, and not all rupees and arrows.
Oh, we're getting a cane front of escape.
I mean, sure. Why not?
I always love these alternate escape methods. I mean, everyone's so used to doing either casual boots with the sword, or you're doing it in open after you found a weapon, or even bomb escape. But like doing the little standard random weapon, that's vanilla game.
I miss the old standard. Yeah, you know, the Canis Maria, you know, the old standard settings where you get a random weapon to start out. I did not see what was on the risk. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was our other glove.
Oh, well,
What is this?
and there's our other bow. Early glove in Crosskeys is a thing that happens on occasion, and I don't know that you're that happy. I mean, it might not be that early. We don't know that we're going to get a mirror anytime soon.
Oh, he found Pod immediately. Where did he flew to?
I think he flew to 7.
I was going to say, he's pulled the dam, so it's probably 7, but I didn't want to assume that.
And we have a bow, so we can go to the right side, and it's not even a sequence break. What is this?
Yeah, it's great. We can get 5 checks in Pod right now. Even more if we got another key.
They're all in logic. What is this?
A trap. It's a trap.
I mean, this is regular Crosskeys, so Pod will often have things, but I don't know how much you played of the old reference settings where you had universal small keys. Pod was always a trap. Because it was all in logic from the moment you walked in, and it was a big time sink, and it never had anything.
And I still play the stepladder variant of Retrance with no rupee bow. I still play that on occasion, just to like, it's a palate cleanser because it's an exercise in resource management.
Yep.
So you got to make sure you have the money to buy keys. You got to make sure you have keys for your dungeons, and you got to make sure you know where your dungeons are.
Although I know the whole idea of retros is supposed to mimic Z1R. The rupee bow with the 50 rupee silvers. I mean, if the equivalent money was being spent on silvers in Z1R, I think we'd all quit.
I mean, the inflation in Hyrule is off the scale.
Yeah, apparently.
It's worse when like you find a 10 arrow drop or something.
All right, let's see. A map to Hyrule Castle is singularly uninteresting. Latebit setting up for the Death Warp.
Okay,
that is a very horrible right side of Pod. Okay, I'm confused because it looked like Latebit was setting up for a Death Warp, and then he just saved and quit.
Yeah, I thought so too, and then I think he probably decided that saving and quitting was a faster way to just float around somewhere.
Yep. All right, Jesse's finding news with the sword, and of course we have the well up behind the hammer. Oh, nice hook shot. Is this at the potion shop?
It is. He's also turned in the mushroom. That's notable for later.
Yeah, if you get... So my feelings on... First of all, I always say this on the fake powder, is that it doesn't usually pay off, but when it does, it usually pays off really big. But the other thing about that is in Crosskeys, if you get a situation that the game kind of hands you to do fake powder, by all means, go ahead and do it. If you hold out for it, you're going to regret it, because you're going to get to that potion shop, and it's going to be like a dark shopping mall or somewhere really dumb that you have to go all the way around the world to get it, and you'll still have that mushroom, and you'll want to get the thing that's sitting in the potion shop that you would have just gotten if you'd turned in the mushroom. So, I am very much an advocate of turning that mushroom at your earliest convenience.
It's worst at all when it's like at Mimic Cave through like 3 connectors to get to TR Bridge.
I know, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we have a hook shot, so we're going to do a little bit more with the actual mountain here. With that flute and the hook shot, there's a ton to look at. There's desert already.
Yeah, I think he'll do desert after he does a lot of this other stuff. He's probably going to want to do that connector. Jesse's gonna get his hook shot here too, which is really nice. He's not gonna do the pod dip yet, which is fine because there's nothing there.
Well, Jesse has an additional key, because I believe there was a pod key in the back of Escape that latebit will probably be a little bit to get back to.
Yeah, 2 keys though. Yeah, I mean you have 2 keys is gonna get you like almost everything, a bunch of it out of logic. I don't know if you rush it, but he doesn't know where pot is, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Jesse making his way to pod in any quick fashion. You'd ideally want the big key before you go in anyway.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna sequence break all the way to the back.
I mean, Jesse, you know where Ganon is. You could just drop in here. This is probably the bat, since we know where the well is. Which would put the thieves drop behind the pyramid today.
Alright, latebit got something from Ice Palace from the old man. I did not see what from Ice Palace. Whether it was a key or a map or a compass.
Knowing our luck, it's probably a compass.
Although Ice Palace is weird because, like, the small keys only matter somewhat logically. Like, the second one almost never matters logically. And then the big key is only for logic because we can get around it. And, yeah. If we have, like, Hookshot, Kane, Samaria, and we find Ice Palace, we can just do 7 out of 8 checks. I should say if we can get into Ice Palace, we can fire out our bombos or whatever.
For all we know, the fire router bombos is right here in pod.
Could be. Let's see what Jesse decides to do with these 2 small keys. You know he's going to the right side because he's got silvers, not just the bow. He's got silvers.
I mean, yeah, combat is really trivial when you have silvers.
Yep.
And silvers make, we were talking about swordless earlier, silvers make swordless, honestly, a joke.
Oh yeah,
for everything that you don't hit with a hammer, you're hitting with a silver arrow.
Yep.
Or like a fire rod or something.
I mean, the hard part about silvers is about swordless is the hammer hitbox on Ganon. Have you ever seen anyone do a silverless hammer Ganon fight?
I've seen Lana Bean do it, and I look at her funny when she does. Like, Lana, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, having silvers is great, but you gotta kind of have arrows to make them silver, as Chet's pointing out.
That's true.
There is a pot with 5 arrows, so we'll be fine here.
But yeah, for those of you that don't know, the Ganon fight, when you do the phase 4, the reason we do spins is not because only spins damage Ganon. We do spins because it's a 2 frame window that he's vulnerable, and it's like something like 30 frames on the spin, so you get a lot more leeway. So now switch that to using a hammer, which, oh by the way, is 24 hammer shots, not 12. Because you're not doing gold sword damage, or you're doing tempered sword damage, like as if you were doing this with a master sword. Yeah, I've seen it once, and I never want to see it again.
It's too late. You never have to do it because he'll always give the silver sword.
Yep, never doing it. I mean, I was 0-5 on ladder in Mystery Seeds, so I gave up on them. We kept getting Enemizer, and I don't like Enemizer. The swordless wasn't so bad, but
nice.
The Enemizer was just... Okay, all we need is a mirror, and we'll just have everything available.
Well, Jesse just got to do the old, shoot, shrug, and wave off that he just spent the fairy in a bottle trying to death warp. We've all done it. It happens.
I mean, losing the fairy isn't that big a deal. It's the extra time that you could have saved by letting the fairy go.
Yeah, forgetting that you have a fairy is weird.
Yep. And as you say, we've all done it. Okay, so now that sword sitting on the library is now the tempered sword. Although Jesse doesn't have any.
And latebit does the same thing in the Pack of Thieves. So
Alright, fairies 2, runners none.
They picked up the same bottles. I mean, I would have hoped one of them realized it, but it slips your mind sometimes.
Well, yeah, especially now the trackers actually show you what. Look, okay, latebits doesn't. To say,
they're both running with the Q-Sanity layout from Emo Trackers. So
yeah, neither one is using the newer trackers where they actually show you the 4 bottles and what's in them.
I mean, let's be completely honest. They probably have that specifically for entrances, and they're not looking specifically at that.
Yeah, that's fair.
At any given time. Swamp small and back a pod, eh? That seems like a thing that we could chase soon.
Oh, goody. Missing one crucial piece of that puzzle level.
Yeah, we don't know how to swim. I know Yoshi doesn't know how to swim. At least not very well. I'm not sure if Knight knows how to swim.
Alright, here we go. We got a 7-item cave for a Hyrule Castle small key.
Hey, our bows in logic. It's not.
I mean...
Well, we know what puts it in logic, so that's a 6-key lock silver.
6-key lock silver.
And the lamp, of course.
Yep.
This Paradox Cave could have something else for us here, too. I mean, Jesse's got more done in Pod and that extra Swamp Small, but right now, latebit's got a ton of just overall progression.
Yeah, and there's going to become a point in time where latebit's just going to be like, yeah, it's time to go to Pod. And he'll have extra keys, so he'll be able to do a couple extra checks that, you know, if they amount to anything, is going to really be bad for Jesse. And if they don't amount to anything, then he's not wasting that much extra time. And there is a non-zero chance that he does it with boots. So so that extra time is actually not, you know, it gets evened out, right? Because you're running through the dungeon, but you're doing extra checks.
Also important to note, it's still only about 18 minutes in, so like there's a ton that can happen here.
Oh gosh, we have so many things we need. We don't even know what we need because we know 2 of our crystals. Actually, Jesse knows 2 of the runner's crystals. latebit knows nothing.
2 crystals from talking to the bomb shop merchant. I mean, on a flute point, I would just drop in there. Okay.
Yeah. You also had bumper cave. I would do one of the connectors. I'm not going to do either one.
I mean, this is a good rationale. I think Jesse's probably feeling like by fanning out and checking entrances, so he's more likely to find one of these connectors other points anyway. They could write them both off.
Yeah, that's fair. And he's got a glove, so he's not like he's going to be leaving anything behind by going over to the Ice Rod Cave area.
Right.
That's 2 Castle Tower small keys. I see we don't need Castle Tower.
Latebit deciding not to Herapod.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I very rarely will go back to Tower of Hera just to Herapot. But if I'm there and I have the things to do it, I usually finish it regardless. I just, it's quick enough that, and the big chest is not that hard to get back up to. I don't know. Maybe he does it after he does some of these other checks in hopes that he finds the big key and then goes back for it. Wait, is that vanilla? Vanilla item. That Ice Rod key. It's either vanilla or really close to it.
It was a blue thing. It wasn't vanilla ice.
No, it was. Okay, but it's got.
But it wasn't vanilla ice rod.
Okay.
So for Jesse can go into Swamp and beat it right now if he really wanted to. Although he does need a weapon for Argus, which. If he goes at the mountain, he'll find a weapon for Argus.
Yeah, no. He has nothing to kill. No, I take it back. Silver's. I mean, that's not how I want to kill it, because,
that's like telling me to do it with rods.
I know, right?
At least you don't have a mirror to accidentally screw yourself over by mirroring out of a boss fight. Well, we have seen Swamp Palace, but Jesse has not.
If that had been the Swamp Big Key, I would have laughed. Alright, I think we're gonna... No, are we? Yes, we're gonna get Zora. We're seeing very, very different parts of the world from our 2 runners, so hopefully we'll be able to keep track and remember who's done what.
Yeah, this is really
Meyer.
Hope both of your eyes just kind of go in different directions.
Yeah, I need to teach my eyes to do that.
I mean, sometimes you just zone out and it happens naturally.
Yeah, but then you're zoned out, so you're not paying attention to either.
That's why I don't track.
Yeah, you don't want me tracking. Oh my god, there was a I think it was an 80 keys. See, oh, that's a light behind it. behind your flippers. Back in the main tournament where my tracker was a no-show, and oh my god, I've never been so grateful when somebody jumped in late to take their place, because I was frantically trying to track everything and I had no idea what was going on, and chat was telling me where everything was. Shout outs to the chat for helping me out that day. This is a short way of saying trackers are the MVP. So Tom will take one of our trackers, Jack's the other tracker tonight. Actually, Tom will take just the MVP. Like, so many of these restreams are courtesy of him. So.
Tom has put on so many games for us in the past few weeks, and we still have 2 more weeks of Swiss action after this one.
All right, there's that lamp for Jesse. So now he just needs a bunch of pod keys to put that bow in logic behind the Hyrule Castle small key that's in the dark maze.
Let's be honest, you don't want to see all 6 pod keys. For
no,
one,
not really.
You don't want to find 5 pod keys before you finish a seed, because you don't want to have to go opening everything in pod. Or
the only time
looking for pod.
Yeah, the only time I want to see all 6 pod keys is when I haven't seen pod at all. Just go into it. Deserts are green pendant.
Yeah, but when that's the case, so pod ends up being at the GT entrance or something. And it's a pendant.
Oh, I've had that too. Well, if it's at the GT entrance, it better be a pendant, or I have questions.
You could have reduced crystals. Oh, speaking of having questions, I have to wonder what's going to happen with this GT play.
We're going to see a small key. We're going to leave the small key because we don't have the boots and we don't have a hammer. We are going to... we're going to at least do 3 items, but does Jesse bomb jump to break the right side? That's the question.
Yeah, with lamp...
But no boots, so this is
no
super,
boots makes
super
it really tight. So I wouldn't be willing to see him. I'm not going to hazard that he's going to give it a try.
It is absolutely doable, but it is super, super tight. You cannot make a mistake. Big key on the pyramid to Eastern.
That's one of those keys you're always happy to see before finding the dungeon, especially when you have a bow in hand.
That's a full clearable Eastern before you set foot in it, so... I mean, yeah, late bit doesn't have the logic of the lamp. He doesn't care. He'll do dark moves. And actually, no, he doesn't have a mirror. I was gonna say he's getting, unless the mirror decides to show up, which it could. We've got a couple of chances for it to show up. He's not going to be into the Zora area. And just a shield. And Jesse grabs the hand, or hand grabs him. Takes a ride back to the front. And yeah, look where that GT is too. So we can go back to it easy enough. So. It's a little early to do that kind of sequence break when in a location that's so easy to get back to. I would much more likely expect to see a sequence break like that if GT was in one of those like really awful places that you don't ever want to have to come back to. You can avoid it.
GT at the TR entrance.
Yeah. 25-minute catfish. Don't see that every day. Small key to Hera. That's interesting. Worst key in the game. Not even gonna take the piece of heart.
Yeah, I don't need it. I have a hard enough time death warping on 7 blue.
That's a fair point.
Of course, Jesse's still in green mail because he hasn't been to the mountain yet.
He'll take the heart. No, I have no idea if he'll take the heart.
Oh look, he found his way to the mountain by accident. That's always good.
I mean, multiple connectors.
Right, we're going in. We're just going right in. This is spicy.
I mean, I personally have never been put in a situation where the only way to kill Argus was with silvers. Which I guess makes sense because well, I mean, I guess what, is it 2 years for Specky Clip now?
God,
there was a time when you couldn't get to Argus without a hammer, so it just wasn't even an issue.
I've seen rod kills. I've seen silver kills. I mean, swordless, hammerless swamp is a choice. Is what I'm going to say. I like the choice though.
Can you kill the little puffs with rods?
Yeah.
I know you can kill them with silvers.
Yeah, you can kill with rods. There's only 1 sword left in the pool too. So I mean, if there's a sword in swamp, it's they're not extremely likely that it's going to be here, but you never know.
I mean, I gotta believe. Well, Jesse doesn't. But Jesse hasn't seen any of the swords except the one on the library.
Right, so he doesn't know that the odds are kind of stacked against him here.
Yep.
Because the swords we have seen were in the fairy fountain over on the mountain, and the Thieves' Town sword, and the library.
Yeah, and to your point, I'm a little like, I like the play in the swamp. I might have done the other checks in the mountain first, with the plan to go do this afterward, and then seeing if I could get one of those things. He's also not going to get he knows he's not getting a hammer because this is all technically behind the hammer. Took those first 2 checks. But we knew those first 2 checks weren't going to be a hammer either because we'd seen the hammer.
I'm just going to say it. This feels like a see dungeon, clear dungeon type of move from Jesse.
Yes, it does.
And you have the means to go in. You have the means to finish it. Why not? Oh, no, that's the green pendant big key. Okay. He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that. I mean...
It's still a big key.
It's... I'm trying to think if this is... You don't see this very often, but imagine you kill something for a green pendant and then you find Saha afterwards and Saha has something. Like, it could happen.
Vanilla boots, why not?
Ooh, that's spicy. Then you can go get your sword.
Or you just play Ambrose Z1A.
Oh. Yeah, the original version. I was very sad when they added the Ganon fight into that mode because what I liked about that mode is I could finish on Fighter Sword. And just not care. And it actually taught me how to do some low percent fights on Fighter Sword, which is really, really cool. And that, with the change, now you have to find a Master Sword. So there were several seeds that had they had Ganon required, my go mode would have been Master Sword. And then you're doing a Master Sword Ganon, which I've done before and not really want to prioritize. Thieves' Big Key.
And you've got to believe one of these 2 big keys is required for something.
Oh, most likely. Now, the one thing that would be really bad for Jesse is if latebit gets in here later with a swamp big, and there's something behind it, which is always a concern in these dungeons. Swamp in particular, you waiting on the big key for swamp, I think is a bad move. It's a little bit different for, say, Hera and Hera and Ice, just because logically they're supposed to be required.
You see what he just picked up?
I didn't. What did he do?
The ice rod is in the back of Swamp.
Oh, well, I mean...
Okay, no ice rod hunt tonight, but...
Yeah, well, not for Jesse.
No. I mean, it depends on when latebit goes to... I mean, honestly, there's going to be a lot of it depends on when latebit decides to, it depends on when Jesse decides to.
Yep.
That...
Have they done anything the same since they left Kakariko?
Absolutely not. In fact, like, they didn't do anything the same at the beginning. One person saved and quit,
Yeah,
the other one went to the castle front.
But yeah, we've also seen Kakariko. But yeah, beyond that, there's been some diversions, let's say. All right, here we go. Menu boss. But not the menu boss we're used to. Oh, he's got the quick swap going.
You just gotta put enough space between you and Argus to make it work.
Yeah, well, yeah, for him, the fact that he doesn't have a mirror is really good. No accidental mirrors. And the fact that he doesn't have a boomerang is really good. Because there's nothing in between.
Really cool. Clean first.
Very nicely done. He's got 17. Once. He can miss 16 times and still finish this fight. But he doesn't miss anything.
Don't jinx it. Some of us have done that. We have bombos to go into ice with. And this was a crystal the whole time.
Well, Jesse has bombos. He cannot get dice with it yet.
But soon, he's going to find a hammer and a sword, and he'll be able to go into ice.
There you go. I mean, you can get dice without a hammer. We just can't finish it. But yeah, the sword for bombos is a thing. All right, latebit in...
I mean, we mentioned the hammer.
Yeah, so latebit's going to be able to do some things here in GT. Has 3 keys, too, which is really nice. Okay, has 2 keys, because he just grabbed the pot key.
I'm worried about this Thieves' Town that Jesse's going to do in a second. Because you were talking about the Swamp Big Key. What about the Thieves' Small Key?
Yeah, yep. All right. If that had been the Thief's Small Key, as you were saying it,
I would have been kind of mad.
That would have been pretty epic. Okay.
There's a
desert.
desert. I see
Also
another
an
small key here. I'm telling you.
Ah, 0 for 3. 0 for 3.
The R keys, though, is interesting here with the lamp and the cane.
Yeah, that's a really good point. TR smalls have a lot of logic behind them. Some of it's somewhat conditional depending on where your entrances are. There are seeds we can get away. There are a lot of seeds you can get away with just one. Actually, it's possible to get away with none. Although I don't think anyone's ever stolen the Pokey Small Key to get into.
I sure have.
Trinex. Just to do Trinex?
Just to do Trinex. Just to do Trinex, knowing where the east and back entrances were. And having enough to... I've had Trinex down as a first boss before, just because.
Nice. There you go. Okay, cool.
Right, here's the sword and the mail upgrade. And we get to see what's in the bottle here, too. We get free blue goo. That's good stuff.
So just as a interesting point, the Jesse did that fight with the silvers well enough that I don't think it would have been faster for him to do that with Fighter Sword. Oh, there's your big key to Swamp. Okay, well there we go.
Another pod key. That's good news for latebit getting the extra pod keys.
Yeah, and it's actually probably good news for Jesse because that is a Swamp Big behind 4 GT Small, so maybe a little less likely that there's... I mean, it isn't that likely to begin with if there's anything in that Swamp Big chest, but I think it goes down just a little bit. Love that bomb strat from latebit to get by the warp tiles.
Yeah, I've definitely adopted that bomb strat just by seeing a number of other players do it.
Yep.
And it's a tried and true way of, you could either attempt to do the bonk if you have boots, or if you're just slightly off, you make that one adjustment, you tap just too hard, it kind of sucks. But that bomb works almost every time, as long as you don't put yourself in the bad spot of the hitbox.
Okay, let's see. I've not seen that setup start for an Armos fight, so I'm really curious if this is gonna... Okay. It's definitely not a quick kill, but a as good as you get that's not a quick kill? Is that a thing? By that I mean...
It's not a quick kill, but it is a quick kill.
Yeah, I mean, by that I mean that he didn't waste any arrows. So, like, he killed five of them, and then the last one had not taken damage, so...
It's like doing the, missing the first cycle on Kraid, but not standing him up. It's not a quick kill, but it's a quick kill.
I think that's a fair comparison. And meanwhile, Jesse's in Misery Mire.
Thanks,
he has the, I mean, yeah, he's got the big key. He's
got the means to just clear all of Mire, but he's got to do it with 0 keys. So we get to do the roundabout. We have to do these 2 checks first.
It is longer, yes, but you don't need any keys in Mire. I mean, logically, you need 3 for the right side, and you don't need anything for anything else. Mire's a weird dungeon,
and we know we need to clear it because it is a red crystal.
Yep, and with the silvers, Vitreous is easy. I mean, dealing with the Wizrobes with a lamp, I think, is harder than killing Vitreous in this scenario.
Oh, like the second torch puzzle, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the hookshot, you can do some shenanigans in there too, and we'll see if he decides to do that, or just goes for the old-fashioned push and walk.
And as I often say, be glad they didn't bring the blue Wizrobes over from Z1. Just the red ones.
I mean, they hurt enough.
Yeah.
Imagine.
They still hurt, yes. But, yeah.
For chat, this Cane of Samaria was in the back of Escape. Jesse had bombs when he spawned at Sanctuary, and latebit hasn't been back. Is that our last bottle? We know where all of our bottles are. And there's the Thief Small. Actually, I think Thieves was on the Dark Mountain, wasn't it? So it makes sense that Jesse didn't go finding it just yet. Maybe he'll find this before going to over there.
Maybe. Hookshot lets you do a lot of the mountain, though. Okay, well, 20 rupees. Nothing to write home about behind the 3 Meyer Smalls. Alright, let's see. It's on the right side of desert. Oh, bombs are not interesting. Another small key to Gan's Tower for Jesse. And a piece of heart. Alright, that desert small key, pretty worthless. Other than peace of mind.
No, it wasn't a piece of mind, it was a piece of heart.
Well, that too.
Alright, so we're going Dark World. Okay.
37 minutes in, we already have vanilla Dark World access? What is this?
What?
Fire rod!
The Meyer Big Chest. That's a thing. That refill's a thing. Jesse, you don't have a key, buddy. Yeah, I'll walk this out the long way.
Yep, a little faster if you can go that way, even on first entry. But fact is, Meyer key doors are dumb. Meyer key logic is wonky because there's that stupid rupee room in the basement that no one ever goes to.
I was just gonna say, why can't we just call Meyer dumb?
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Hey, big keys. That one's to Ice Palace.
Yep, one of our de facto optional big keys, though logically is required for Ice Palace.
Yeah, 0 key Meyer is like... I even try to wait until I have 1 key to go into Meyer. latebit has 1 key. But if you see a dungeon, you know you can clear it. That's kind of been the MO that Jesse's working with here.
Yep. I mean, if you're going to kill Argus with silvers, you're going to do Meyer without any small keys. Just saying.
And we got Pendant Skull Woods today.
Alrighty. And latebit can't even do this out of logic, let alone in logic, so... We'll just get this one chest and leave, and it's just a compass. Not even one of those compasses that used to be kind of useful, you know, before the trackers added the counting on. I used to always like to get the Ice Palace and the Meyer compasses because those dungeons are impossible to count.
And blink and you'll miss it. Vitreous already in phase 2. See, silvers are busted, man.
Absolutely. You know how at the end of the game the credits go on and it tells you how many times you've killed enemies with each sword? Can we get an additional how many times you've used silvers to kill? Because that's 2. And if you kill some Armos dice, it's going to be 3 and 4.
I'd be willing to bet that it's just a provisional lookup to see that you have this level sword when this boss dies.
Yeah, that's
and just increments a counter.
I mean, we know that's the case because I've never seen, you know, like I've definitely had seeds where, you know, your first boss was like either Armos with arrows or Moldorm with a hammer, and so you'll get one boss killed with no sword, or maybe even 2 if it's both of them. Oh, latebit had never gotten the bottle vendor.
Yeah, he's only just
he had no money
back now.
Yeah, he had no money at the time.
Oh, that's right. We have the well here.
Yeah, this makes sense. This is one of those locations. It's really easy to forget. So, yeah, good on latebit to come back here and get boots. Okay.
Oh, and Jesse still hasn't found the hammer.
That's tempered sword.
Yeah, because the sword's right there, isn't it?
Yep. I think it's. Is it the? I might be the shop north of Kakariko, the fortune
Why
tellers.
are you bombing that chest?
Close.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I mean, there's only one good thing in here, but it was a really good thing.
I mean, we got a pod small.
I said there was only one good thing, and it was a really good thing. Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was this place right here. You're right. It was right here.
Literally right
here. And Jesse gets a map to Swamp to tell him that his the thing he got was a crystal.
Oh, is that what those are?
They're shiny. Nice shiny things.
Pretty, pretty, shiny, shiny. And there's the bumper we saw Jesse not take. And latebit also saying no thanks.
I mean, it makes sense right now, because you've got two other entrances, and especially with the boots where you can run to those entrances real quick. That's the bottom of Spiral Cave. There's going to be another entrance, so we'll see if he chooses to check either one, or if he leaves both of them like Jesse did.
Oh, we've seen the other end of bumper. Okay. Well,
that would explain why Jesse didn't take that one, but have we seen both ends of the ferry descent? Because that's one end of it.
So now we have an interesting scenario here. We know where mitts are. So in theory, Jesse could end up getting, if he finds a mirror, he could get the mitts and get the well before hitting the hammer.
Oh yeah, that's true.
In theory. Unless the mirror is just in Thieves Town or something.
Yeah. I mean, it makes a certain amount of sense. Okay, where are we? Oh, we're going to take that fire rod to the back of...
Oh, we're going, yeah.
Yeah? No, this is...
No, this is going to be all the way for Jesse, because he hasn't done left side yet either. He didn't have the... Well, he can't do left side.
He's going all the way to the back. There's the flippers for latebit in the Vanilla Ice Rod Cave. The otherwise Vanilla Ice Rod Cave. And he's gonna flute away to... Oh.
He's gonna go ahead and do flippers checks. Just the same thing Jesse did.
Yep, just flew away to get there, which I assume is a little bit faster even with the boots.
Yeah, it is. It's you'll see people flute from Mini Moldorm Cave to 8, or flute from the big key to this dungeon.
Goody. Oh goody!
Why?
in GT, and a big key to Skull Woods for latebit. I think Jesse has that already. We just haven't checked it. Nope, he doesn't have it marked. Never mind. Did he not go in there?
I swear that he did go in there. He's got it marked on his tracker.
On his own tracker. It's marked. Okay. It's really, really... I mean, for those of you that don't know, the way the restreams work here is we actually see the runners' actual feeds. And they both have their trackers, their item trackers showing. Sometimes runners will have their map trackers as well. But Emo Tracker has things really, really small, and they're both using Emo Tracker.
What is this, a menu for ants?
I mean, sure.
You pull out the old Archer reference for no reason. Yeah, we can see Jesse's cam, and we can see that latebit is endlessly attempting to perfect his chocolate pudding recipe.
Right, this will be a very quick Armos Nights for Jesse with those silvers.
I think it's less...
Boss kill number 3 with the silvers. Oh, he missed one. Come on, Jesse.
Yeah, he's going to walk out and get the big chest on his way out, Chad. Don't worry about this.
Yep. Yeah, this is faster if you don't have the mirror. I should let me rephrase it. This is faster if you don't have the mirror and you want to walk out of GT. If you're just saving and quitting, I think you would just check the big chest.
I think he's also contingent on, this could just be the hammer.
Yeah, because then...
Except it can't,
we know
logically, because you need more keys.
I think there could
or
be
we
keys out
think
there.
we need more keys.
Could be right there.
He is walking up.
There's the key on the torch.
Do you think we climb here? No, I didn't think so,
No.
Jesse.
No. I mean, this GT is Where is this? This is not hard to get. Yeah,
it's literally.
Yeah, no, it's right there.
Torchwood.
No, you. Again, another one of those plays that you would maybe do if GT was in an absolutely god-awful place you never want to come back to. But it's not, so... Yeah, Jesse doesn't have the small key to get the junk that was over there. Yep.
Agatu is blocking a single item in the Thieves Drop tonight.
Yep.
So we're not likely to see that until
five
item
climb. 5-item climb.
Yeah, okay. Latebit is going to remember to do backup escape, so he'll get his cane of Samaria.
Yeah, for a free for a very free Sank start as a very late backup escape.
And Latebit's going to go ahead and do Meyer now. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and he's also got the key, so between the key and the boots, we'll see Latebit's run through Meyer is going to be considerably faster than Jesse's, but he won't have the silvers, so his combat's going to be, tempered sword.
Yeah, so his fight will be a little bit slower, though. If he has, let's see, okay, he'll just use NMG strats, which are still pretty fast. And I know that Latebit is well versed in doing those strats. Yeah, he's got Burno, so he can dash through as well.
The dash strat is definitely worth it.
Is it faster? I don't actually know if it's faster.
Well, NMG is optimal, honestly, but if you can take the safe way out, then take the safe way out. No, Jesse, go back.
That's fair.
No, this isolates Thieves Town for Jesse.
That's a little unfortunate. Maybe he wants to do some of these other things first. I don't know.
I mean, keeping in mind, this is actually his first time into the Dark World, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think he's been here at all.
So everything here is going to be new for Jesse, whereas Latebit's already gone through most of this.
Yep. Kingdom Burner is nice on that spike floor. Because the thing about Meyer is just there's nowhere to get your health back unless you have powder for the anti-fairies. There's like 2 heart pots in the dungeon. There's one of them. There might be some in the fishbone room that we never, ever, ever see unless we're playing, full key drop shuffle. So Latebit not gonna do the left side, which I don't believe had anything anyway.
Yeah, this is purely time gained by not
because
not wasting your time on it.
He has the key for it, and Jesse has the small key, so he's gonna be able to full clear this, which is really good for him.
I actually thought the Town was up on the mountain. I don't know why I thought that, because it was just in the dark.
Because it's Crosskeys and we're watching 2 players, and it's impossible to remember everything.
Well, he's got the hammer now.
I was gonna say, isn't the hammer here?
Chet, the hammer's here. I mean, come on. The 2 trackers are like, oh, he doesn't have the hammer. I mean, but the hammer's here. Shout out to our trackers, by the way. Tom also restreaming in Jaxie's. If we go, wait, where did we find that? I don't know. Tracy and I only have so good of eyes, so.
Oh, my eyesight keeps getting worse.
Yeah. You still see things better than I do sometimes.
I don't know about that. Well, I have this annoying situation with my eyesight where I can't wear glasses. I should be wearing bifocals in general, but I very rarely in a situation where I have to see both near and far at the same time. But when I do, I have to wear my glasses for far, and then kind of peer below them for near. It's really annoying.
Ooh, yeah. I'm lucky. I'm just nearsighted, so everything that's far away is a blur. To varying differences of what some might consider far away, of course.
Yeah, if I were, I mean, not that I plan on, I spent enough years in school, but if I were to go back to school, that would be like the first purchase. Get those bifocals. Yeah, a little sad that Jesse's walking this entire Thieves Town because we know boots are available. And Thieves Town really benefits from having those boots.
There are so many straight lines in Thieves Town that the boots would be wonderful. I mean, there's a lot of dungeons that just benefit from having the boots, period. But Thieves Town, I think you get the best comparison between boots and no boots, simply because there's not a lot to really hook on to either. So if you don't have boots, your movement's just crawling along. You know, I ask sometimes, why don't we simply just go to where all the items are? And, well, you know, if you want to do that, you'd play spoiler.
I mean, there's a spoiler tournament starting.
Indeed.
So
I want to find my items, not
yeah. No, I mean,
go get my items.
I like watching spoiler, especially when you get like some of the really high execution players that can just destroy a seed on like 5 hearts green mail. You know, me. I like getting the extra safeties, and I'd be getting all the good stuff, and like lose by 20 minutes if I was playing spoilers. Let's just cut out the spoiler log, and I'll play without.
It's one of the reasons I like playing 80 keys, because name a situation where you're not finishing with like red mail, gold sword, 18 hearts, and silvers.
It's pretty rare. It's pretty. I mean, I've seen it. Like we've all seen it, but like yeah, it's not the normal thing. I mean, heck, Crosskeys, even just Crosskeys, it's pretty rare for you to end up with bad equipment in Crosskeys as well. There's a silvers for latebit.
All right, Thieves Town down for Jesse. Let's see if this is our third pendant or another crystal.
10 arrows. It is a crystal. Woohoo!
Excellent. So we've gone into and finished 3 dungeons on entry.
I know what in Crosskeys. Although by finished, Swamp Palace does have one outstanding location that we will see on latebit's side, and if it's something that would be really bad for Jesse.
Finished as opposed to full cleared.
Yes, that's fair. Finished.
Now there's also we have this Tower of Hera that's waiting in Village of Outcasts.
I know.
You might see.
No, he'll do it. I bet he does it. Yes, he'll do it.
Absolutely. I still don't understand why latebit didn't.
Yeah. Like I said, I am not a huge advocate of going out of your way back to a out of logic dungeon. But if you happen upon it, yeah, just do everything you can do in it. But first he's going to do these Skullwoods checks.
Yeah, that's fine too, actually.
I mean, it's a bunch
he has
of
the fire rod. He's going to have an extra entrance he can get back here.
Well, he's also got the big key. No, he doesn't have the big key.
No, he does have the big key.
No,
we forgot to track the big. Both players have the big key.
They both have the big key. We're gonna see the big chest. Is the point? You can do everything here. Like you don't have to. A lot of times, I'll wait to have at least one of big key or fire rod to do the Skullwoods checks. If I have both, you're just doing them. This entrance is. I mean, there are times when that's a nice cave to find. At 1,430 rupees, it's not a cave we care about.
Mini money cave. But then we have the front of Skullwood is in the middle, because of course it is.
I mean, you can't have everything perfect, right?
You're playing a randomizer. If you want everything perfect, play a plandomizer.
Well,
and by perfectly awful.
I was gonna say, you know, most plandos are, yeah.
So 8-bit's going back into the Dark World via the Village of Outcasts portal.
Oh, the small keyed.
No, well, we don't need the other one then, do we?
Yeah, I mean, I'd pick it up just in. If it was a crystal, I would definitely go pick it up because I'd rather grab that one and not have to worry about the Gibdo key. But given that this is a pendant and maybe you're not going to be clearing it anyway, yeah, I think leaving it's fine. Wait, but super curious about this back entrance. Is going to check it.
Oh, we have the spiky we can do now too.
Does he have enough to... I don't know what he's got in his
more than enough. More than enough. He's at least a blue.
Hate to waste a blue on Spike Cave. For anything else,
where you can get 3 blues. It's just...
Wait, no, he's got a green somewhere.
I think we both have a green.
He got a green at one, yeah, I think he got a green at some point, which would also allow him to refill his cane ammo?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and burn the blue, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think the magic shop's just here in Vu anyway.
There was... Yeah, there was... Yeah, we got 1431 rupees, so it doesn't matter. We did find one of those fairy caves had free blues, but like you said, we have money's just not an issue. This is a little unfortunate, though, in some sense. Jesse, without the mirror, is not going to be able to get to that well for a little bit until he saves and quits. And I'm sure I'd really like to have those boots, but he's going to probably route all this stuff in the Dark World in first. And latebit also going to check out this Spike Cave. Completely useless map. Actually, I don't think Jesse's found Saha, so it's a little less useless to him. And there's that castle tower key.
I love doing the hook speed out of here, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Now, Jesse's probably going to go ahead and bomb back and probably leave the way he came, because he just walked into Vu. Or he's going to make me eat those words.
Oh,
this is not
okay.
Bad, though.
That's a good exit to find. Because he is going to be able to go right back through, because he's got that Master Sword. And just knock off these entrances. It's...
Well, you're never going back to Paradox Cave.
That is a good outcome. That is we've eliminated the top of the castle. We've eliminated going through the bottom of Paradox Cave. Yeah, when you can just take
it at the same time.
A 3-prong connector where you just knock off all 3 that quickly and never have to worry about it again. I'll take that.
I, honest to God, did not realize they were both doing that at the same time.
Well, Jesse took a little bit longer because, of course, he would have to get the items, and latebit had just come back that way. Latebit going back to... Oh, there's a small key here he's going to get. He's got a cane and a fire. He's going to go... Yeah, he'll do that right side, I believe. Probably not... No, he doesn't even have the big key, so that big chest is not even a consideration.
Well, he can't get the big key. Well, he can get the big key, and probably is going to, because it's in Compass.
Oh, that's right. It's right there. Never mind.
I don't see him doing
Then
big
he has to make
here.
a decision. Then he has a decision to make, but yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, you can climb. What are we looking for right now? Are Turtle Rock entrances? Because we haven't seen Turtle Rock yet, I don't think. I mean, we've seen one.
Yeah, we saw. I think we saw west. I seem to remember some lasers shooting at the rudders. Yep. Tom will telling me it's my turn to forget that an item was in the dungeon.
That's okay. I forgot where an entire
That's
dungeon
fair.
was. I mean,
that's absolutely fair. And we're dueling tile rooms right now. I love it. And they're like almost exactly synced. Like don't see that every day.
it would be if there was a tile shuffle on. Hey!
Well, okay. Shield. I'm not anti-shield, but I would rather see other things if I'm spending a minute waiting for tiles to fly at me.
Actually, both tile rooms having a shield is a moment.
That is pretty funny. There's that big key for latebit.
There's the hair pot for Jesse.
Yeah. The nice thing is you're not gonna. Oh no, he's just gonna grab the key and go.
That's a choice you can make.
I'm not questioning not going to the big chest. To be clear, I just don't. You don't need to grab that small key, because if you do want to get the big chest later, you can just go to the back on the left side, and you've already opened all the doors. If you're going to climb, you already have a key, and you just grab the mini helmet key. So it was really interesting that he went and grabbed the extra key. And I don't know, maybe that key's faster, but like only if you're actually definitely going to climb.
All right, we get a little bit of love, but a crystal for
and
more.
A crystal. Okay.
So I mean, on paper, Jesse has a 4-1 crystal lead right now.
Yep.
And the Swamp Small is now in logic for latebit, so he'll probably go chasing that into the dungeon shortly.
Yeah, because he does have all 4 pod keys. He's going to get an extra check here.
I mean, if you had to choose between Harmless Hellway and the big key chest, which one are you doing?
If I have the big key, I'm doing Harmless Hellway, and if I don't have the big key, I am doing big key chest.
Okay, so
Give
we think the
myself
same in
2
that
items to the
regard.
back. Which, of course, latebit doesn't think that way, because he did Harmless Hellway, and he doesn't have the big key.
Well, there's one other way this actually works out, is you just go ahead and do it because you're going to loop around and hammer jump anyway.
Well, you're going to hammer jump anyway. Like that's always the end. That's the end thing, right? Unless you have a mirror, then you can do other things in different orders. There's that Hyrule Castle small key. Putting a few things in logic, but not, because we don't have the keys for it. And Jesse still is not going to get back to the well for his boots.
I mean, if he had a mirror, he'd be able to get his boots. But unfortunately,
he'd have had him by now. Because like you're going to do that well. But
yeah, when next time he goes and save and quits, we'll probably see him go to Light World and take care of that.
Oh yeah, I would. This would be it's what I would do. I would do all these things in the Dark World, and then my next save and quit would be for the well.
Have we seen
not
Mimic Cave
knowing.
also? Do we see Mimic Cave also? I thought we might have. I just don't remember where.
We might have. Useless map for Jesse, because we've already done that dungeon.
I mean, there aren't a lot of useful maps at this point, I don't think.
Whichever map tells us our last pendant, that's the useful map. We just don't know which one that is. Although Jesse hasn't seen Saha yet to find out the desert's green pendant.
Alright, so he doesn't know about the green pendant just yet. Functional keyword just yet. You know,
this should be the end of his route here, I think. Or maybe one. There might be one or two more. He's close.
We might see him go ahead and just do left GT also with that hammer. Which will get him 2 more star keys.
No, I mean, he will, but I don't think he's gonna do it right now because he doesn't have the mirror to get there. So.
Oh no, he's not doing it here.
Yeah, I imagine.
Walk into.
Yeah, he's got 2 more entrances here, I think. Oh, hey, there's the back of the old man rescue, or back of the mountain. Oh, and checkerboard cave was a connector. I didn't see what connector.
Devalue the mirror some more. That was the race game connector. So that was that race game right to left that we saw was in his vanilla spot. That's where it put out.
Okay. All right, Jesse now knows the desert is green pendant.
I think we probably see him follow up onto the pyramid to get his Eastern big and then go from there. And here's latebit's dive into swamp, so keep an eye on that big chest because it could be important.
Yep. Yeah, because if there's something there, like Jesse's not going back in for that big chest for a really long time, if ever. And I do get more angry at that the swamp one because like the Ice Palace one, if you go, I mean, and I do it all the time. I'm not saying I don't, but you are asking for it, like when you sequence break around the big chest. Whereas for Swamp, that big key could be behind things you got in Swamp Palace to have to go back to. Now, latebit skipped the left side of Myra. I wonder if he'll skip the left side of Swamp as well.
It's a trendy thing to do. All right, the big chest is not going to burn Jesse.
Okay, not at all. Yeah. Okay, so latebit is not just skipping. I don't think he didn't even do the U room where the compass would normally be. So that's 3 skips here in Swamp. I don't believe. I know the left side didn't have anything. I don't recall anything in the compass room. He's not going to miss that ice rod.
That ice rod could still be important for us too. We just don't know.
But he's not.
PR
Yeah,
he's not crispy.
Correct, but he's not missing it. So either way.
Right. Yeah, the desert big was on left side. So unless Green Pendant and Landmo have something, and that's another entrance we haven't seen yet. We don't know where the back of desert is.
I mean, I feel like that's something you do if you're Jesse when you happen upon it, because it ends up being a check, and not too slow, especially if he saves and quits out of this catfish into the well. I forget where the mountain cave front was.
It was just on East Death Mountain.
Okay, so it's just so it's almost vanilla because you're just gonna start there because it's convenient. You're just gonna flute wherever you're going, but this is gonna be the well. He's already got his hammer ready to go. And amazing how much easier it is to do Arcus when you have a temper sword instead of just silvers.
We're gonna remember to do Mimic Cave first, I think.
This is not the well. Okay, Mimic Cave is also a thing.
There's that Bombos, so. That's a small key to ice.
Yeah, it's not interesting.
It's helpful. Was TT Big on left side? So no, Thieves Big was... Where was Thieves Big?
Oh. Somewhere along the way we found that the Ice Palace was a
Oh no, Thieves Big was in the compass chest of Swamp. And latebit's decided not to full
He did not,
Swamp Palace.
He skipped 3 checks. He skipped the compass, he skipped left side. Now, a lot of people skip left side. I skip left side all the time.
Yeah, but I don't know why you would skip compass in this situation.
Compass, yeah, there's boots for Jesse, so that's gonna be crucial potentially.
Oh, Jesse checked the map, and we see ice as a pendant. So we're looking for Eastern's entrance, and we're looking for a TR big key.
Have we seen Laser Bridge?
No, we've only seen that west door that we saw latebit enter through.
That's what I thought. So, we have 1 small key for Turtle Rock, and no big key. So that's interesting.
Oh, we have 3 for Turtle Rock. There's 2 on left side GT, and Jesse just hasn't been back yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Jesse has
yeah,
one.
We need a pod big key, too. We're being reminded. But that could be a lot of places. Hey.
Yeah.
Going? Oh, this is Dark World. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine they'll get to GT at some point, but hasn't done it. If yeah, we're still looking for some entrances, so like this doing this area makes sense.
No, we do not honor the existence of the Hera big key. Come on now.
Yes, and of course, as you put in chat, myths are behind the mirror. So, given the number of mirror spots we've already knocked out with connectors, I would be perfectly happy just never see it. Well, okay, let's face it. In a Crosskeys seed, I'm always perfectly happy just never see a mirror.
Now, I do have one thought. Is that a TR exit could be in front of race game.
It could. And then it's not locked behind the mirror.
True. But as far as we know...
It'd be locked behind 4 small keys.
I mean, we have 3. The 4th key could just be somewhere.
Yeah, it could.
Be right here for all we know.
It could.
Silly conditional logic. Alright, we got Skullwoods for Jesse. I don't see a reason not to just blast Moth right now. If 14 hearts, Blue Male Tempered Sword.
I mean, it's a pendant, but it's also an item.
And there's nothing that says the pendants don't end up being required in their own way. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I mean...
well, this is different.
No book. Yeah, we're in desert area.
Here's the chess game having for us nothing.
Those are very expensive bombs. Yeah, this pendant situation is kind of interesting because 2 of these pendants are ones where I think you see them, you just do them. Ice Palace is a little less like that, but it is 8 items, so maybe you know, having already done the first 2, you do the 3rd. If you find desert and do it. Oh, latebit's going back into swamp. Interesting. I mean, it's good because he's that Thieves Down big key.
I almost wonder if latebit's starting to run out of things to do, and Jesse's going to have these boots checks to make, and he might be in the same boat. We still have the climb, too. Like, I think you're more inclined to do this than the climb GT.
You know, that might be why Jesse's waiting on doing the rest of GT. Because if he gets to the point where there isn't much left, or much left that's better than a climb, he now can do the left side and the climb together. Now, GT being as close to start as it is, I feel like there's a little less of a reason to think that way.
I just don't think there's a reason to continue putting it off at this point. If you're starting to run out of entrances to check and need items to progress.
Well, I mean, latebit's going to go to Thieves Town first, because there's that big key. But now he's going to do left side.
Right. It's like this lead that Jesse has on paper in dungeon clears is going to start to shrink gradually.
Yep. So here's the interesting thing about that skip that latebit did. I imagine the idea was to give yourself 3 items to come back for instead of just 2. The problem is, unless that desert big key that we're gonna see turns out to be something, he would have had the Thieves Town big key, and maybe he doesn't come back just for left side for what it's going to turn out to be potentially nothing. All right, here's GT for Jesse.
Yeah, I think we'd have to ask him, because I think going ahead and doing everything but compass and left side is just... Compass is not a slow check. I don't understand skipping
it. It is if you don't have boots, but he has boots. Right? Because you have to walk all the way around. So but he had boots, so you're just running all the way around. It's not nearly as slow.
There's the desert big, and again, still haven't seen the back of desert, so that may or may not come to, fruition here is something we need to do as well. A couple TR keys here for Jesse are gonna possibly push him in that direction later.
But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at this point if Jesse just climbs. And it wouldn't surprise me... Oh, no, latebit's going to do Thieves Town first. The one... And actually, now that I think about it, trying to pair the left side of GT with the climb... When you don't have a mirror, actually it doesn't work. Like, I think it'll literally be faster. Yeah, exactly. I think it'll literally be faster to save and quit. Now, again, if GT were in a really crappy location, then yeah, you'd walk out and then you'd climb. But we're again, it's that fortune teller shop next to start, so it's a very quick to get back.
Now, this will be latebit going to Thieves Town, which we know is another crystal he can just blitz here.
You know what? I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call a mirror on the climb. Because we are running out of entrances, and we haven't found Becca Desert. We haven't found Eastern. We haven't found Ice. We're missing TR entrances, I think.
It would have to be, right? Because the mirror is blocking the MITS. So if it's not a mirror entrance, it's a MITS entrance.
Yeah, exactly.
You kind of need one to get the others.
Yep. So there's a lot of things we can get with that mirror.
We haven't seen Hookshot Cave either. Ooh, we got connector points we haven't seen. So we got TR Bridge is the thing we haven't done yet either because we don't know where that is. Laser Bridge is missing. Yeah, there's a lot to discover at this point. Yeah,
and I don't think I'm going out on a limb by making this prediction either. Oh no, Jesse is just gonna walk out. Okay.
You mean run out?
He was walking when I said it.
Oh, we're not even gonna climb. We're just gonna walk out.
No. Okay.
No, I mean, this is you would save and quit here, right? Because that's faster.
Please don't go to Swamp Palace for the big chest before you climb.
No, he's not. No, this is the right side of desert because he just pulled a small key. I mean, this is fine. This makes sense. Okay.
We know there's nothing here.
This is, well, I just found it, so I have to chase it.
I mean, if that were true, he'd have to go back to Swamp for the big chest, and I really hope he doesn't. This is much quicker, though.
I mean, there also is the, well, this is right here, and I just found it, so I have to chase it.
Exactly. Yeah, add that first part, and it
well, they spawn to the mountain. You're still getting the refill from the piece of heart we got there.
This is still the, still the flute away to somewhere.
Going back to Kakariko. What do you have left in Kakariko that we can do here?
Gonna find out.
We never did this connector. Okay. Oh, this is TR.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to do the same thing that we just saw latebit do on the other side and go through TR.
Yeah.
Probably out the front door, which puts you on the desert ledge, which doesn't yield anything.
Yep. Yeah, I get doing this before climb.
Like, this is going to culminate and both runners will be down to just climbing. Yeah.
I think they're going to be climbing at the same time at this rate.
I don't know, because at this point, latebit can still go clear Moth first.
Yeah. He might skip it because it's dependent.
Oh, do you have to do LSD blind, man? Do you have to? Shield your eyes, everybody.
No, just look at Jesse's side. I mean, I know we've seen all that stuff before, but you know.
What hurts the eyes more, LSD or mosaic blind?
Oh, I don't know.
Who would you rather watch? This on latebit's screen, or we got from Tam's screen last week?
I did not see what was on Tam's screen last week, so I can't answer.
You know that mosaic effect that happens when you hit a puzzle blob, or that everywhere for about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I mean, was it in the hybrid major glitches tournament that's going on right now, or?
No, he didn't. Crosskeys race.
It wasn't the okay. Well, I mean, I know Tam is one of the top hybrid, one of the top glitch players, so I thought maybe it was there. Although this year's hybrid major glitches, it gets really wonky when they do the no logic, and I can't even follow those. Like, part of what I enjoy about playing this game is the logic and putting it back together after I've broken it to pieces. But
well, latebit's going to go ahead and climb here, which we at this point, I've kind of figured out is what we need to do.
Yep.
And Jesse's going to be not too far behind him because he's going to come out on the desert. I would imagine he flutes to 4 after this.
And have we I don't think we've even seen a connector to the mire area, so flute plus mitts, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing that says the game has to put a connection in the mire area.
Nope, nothing at
all. For all we know,
that
actually could be an exit connection. That could be where Spiral is, which then just goes to Desert Fairy.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the flute. Are we going? Where are we going? It's got to be, right? Because there's nothing left. Yeah.
I mean,
so
this is really
at the same time.
This is quite even because, you know,
I stand corrected.
What do we? Okay, well, he's doing something else. I was gonna say it was even because latebit hasn't done Tower Harry yet, and Jesse has.
Oh, he has this dark, the bomb shop rocks that he hasn't bonked yet.
That's so unfortunate.
I mean, normally you get these together if you have the boots or you're in Dark World, but you don't have the mirror. So.
No mirror. That's what we're gonna find on the climb. I should say mirror or access to the mirror, right? Because you know it could be a shovel to the mirror. Like that's never happened before.
Don't wish that into existence, please. Here's the back of mountain spawn. What? Where? Why? Why are we going here?
Okay.
I think he realized it and said, "Wait, no. What am I doing?"
Yeah, I think he might have mixed it up with the one of the dark mountain ascent descent, the side that takes you back down. I guess that would be the descent cave.
You could say you got it twisted.
But where are we? Oh, he's got like regular bonk rocks.
Yeah, so he still had boots checks to do. I thought he was going to do these first. He went through TR first, which makes perfect sense. This is the old man rescue. That is a small key to pod.
Small key to pod. Half magic is at least nice, but it's not progression. And no. Oh, see, there it is. There's that mirror.
Because it had to be. So
I mean, yeah, it had to be here or it had to be behind here.
So the turns have tabled just a little bit here.
Yeah, Jesse's gonna hard last locate this climb. He's really trying to avoid it.
Did not do Dark Cross. I guess we're going to Dark Cross now.
Yeah, he's got 7 out of 8. Shout out to compasses. No, he's okay. Oh,
I think he's looking to see if there's a connection to Mitts based on how he's checking every connector point he hasn't gone out. This goes to Desert East, so this isn't going to help him. Meanwhile, latebit's doing a dance with Aghanim too.
And now we're going to do the Dark Cross.
3, 4, 5, one more.
And he was, Jesse was sitting on that ferry, but I think you just save and quit out of this. Because even, you got too much health, plus it's just quicker. Okay, our last item behind the climb.
This Thieves Drop is just $20.
Alright, so the mirror was the one thing we needed that was on the climb. There was also, was it a pod small up there too or something? I don't know.
Yeah, we got pod small number 5 up there.
Yep.
So now we got...
And a half magic, which is a nice to have. So now we're going to do all our mirror checks and get our mitts.
Garbage checks everywhere. Like the mirror gives us King's Tomb, Smith Chain, K45, Graveyard Ledge, Tower of Hera, top of Death Mountain, top of Dark Death Mountain, all of Dark Death Mountain, actually.
Yep. So.
And Mire area.
I think so. I like the way latebit's starting this route, where he's going to check K45. He's going to get the mitts. And then I bet he flutes away to one of the higher density areas, either Mire itself or the Mire area itself, or up to the mountain.
Well, here's a big key. That could be one of the ones we're looking for. And it is to Turtle Rock.
That is an important big key. That is a finishable dungeon. Yeah, we can do that. So we haven't found Laser Bridge, but we have the TR East and West entrances. So Jesse about to climb behind. We'll make some of that back up when latebit has to go do Hera. But Hera's really quick, so it's not going to make up a lot of that. Especially since Jesse did Hera Basement and latebit, given what the skips he's done, would not surprise me if he skipped that as well.
Yeah, I don't think you do Hera Basement when you've just found access to your mitts and mirror. I mean, you can open almost every entrance in the game, barring Quake now. So
I mean, by the time he goes back to Hera, maybe there'll be reason, but I don't expect it.
I mean, there's one reason that you would even consider going into Hera Basement right now, and is if you're last locating exactly your pod big key in latebit's shoes.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going there now. Like, that's for sure.
Or, if you want to make it even worse, make it Quake required to open one of the entrances to get your last dungeon.
Yeah. We know there's
that's not going to be here.
Yeah, we have Bombos. We get to open that.
Yeah. Oh, there's Eastern.
Yep, that's a... Yep, yeah, so mitts required. Latebit does not need to do back of skull because that was a pendant. Unless Ted decides to be pesky.
I was about to ask if he just likes skipping easy checks because we saw him almost leave Cannonball.
Yeah, it's not a... I've seen players skip the big key chest in Eastern. It's not super common, but not super uncommon either. You don't normally see him skip that first chest. Unless they're in go mode.
Yeah, if you're skipping Cannonball, you're
in go mode.
You're asleep at the wheel. Or you're in go mode.
Well, okay, that's fair. Or you're asleep at the wheel, or it's a spoiler log race. I mean, it's one of those things.
Or you know something you're not supposed to.
Yeah, we won't talk about that scenario. Alright, well, it's unfortunate.
A complex number.
Unfortunately, Jesse is going to finish this out because he's just going to get an extra 20 rupees.
Yeah, but would you rather finish it out and get the peace of mind of never needing to come back up here? Or would you like to leave a check and possibly be as a double climb required?
Yeah, I think you have to. I think you have to finish it.
Where's pod key number 6?
Yay.
We can open all the doors.
So we can have we can have a vanilla pod big key.
I mean, we've had silvers for like an hour plus now, so Armos
Just in
Knight's
particular,
literally free.
Super early. Yep.
Oh, hey, our silvers are finally. Our second bow is blocked by Eastern. Oh, that's dumb. Logic is dumb. Okay, nothing else in here. That's fine. Do bag ourselves a crystal.
Yeah, for the first time, I think this is the first time latebit's had a crystal lead. Oh no, it's tied because he hasn't done Hera yet. Never mind.
Yeah, he has to go back to do Hera. Hera is going to be a quick dungeon for him, especially if he goes in go mode. But oh boy,
I almost feel like, I mean, I hate to use the P word, but Jesse's best shot is if that becomes required. But what else is even left that could be? Oh, Pod Big Key, right? Pod Big Key could be the.
Pod Big Key could be on pedestal. I mean, powder.
Is that it?
Powder? You wouldn't like to see that, but it could.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be, but how? I mean, that'd have to be powder with bat holding Pod Big Key, right?
I mean, or shovel. I'm sorry, someone's already given us this absolutely god-awful scenario, you know, bad chain of bad chains. Hey, it's my arrow!
Woo!
We've rescued my arrow. It was in the mire entrance. Why the heck is it there?
Oh, here's Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, about time this showed up. Oh, never mind the powder. Here it is.
The powder.
That's a pretty convenient spot for it. Because Jesse's just gone past where the bat is. And now we're on top of the mountain. Yeah, without the myths, but with the myths. Okay, so we're looking for... What? Ice Palace is a pendant. We want Laser Bridge.
I mean, we don't strictly need Laser Bridge. Because we can get there.
True, true. I'm actually kind of surprised we don't in the case of it's clearable.
The tricky thing about Laser Bridge is if there's still some musconnects with entrances associated with them, you want to exit Laser Bridge, but you don't want to exit Laser Bridge in case it's like, say, you know, GT entrance, and then you can't get back in. So it gets a little tricky that way.
Do we have anything else left that could be the TR Bridge, though?
That's a good question. Maybe not.
Well, here's a reason to keep digging at entrances, is there is the big chest of TR. And now we can go kill Trinex.
Yeah, I imagine this will be just do Laser Bridge and kill Trinex. It's just going to be a question of whether or not he decides to also check the Laser Bridge exit. And depending on how closely he tracks his musconnects and his information, if he knows this is... Oh, hey, there's Laser Bridge. Sorry, here's the TR Bridge for Jesse.
Oh, and there's a spiral cave. So we're going to check the other one first.
Yep.
This TR Bridge was at... this was through Spec Rock.
It was through Spec Rock.
Yeah, we didn't see latebit go down through Spec Rock.
No,
so
no.
We now know Laser Bridge exits, it's a vanilla exit.
Oh, is that all we have left for musconnects?
I think we either have that or Hookshot Cave. The floating island of Hookshot Cave.
Okay, so either of those would be good, right? Because you'll be able to get back in. So if you know this is going to be one of those musconnects, then there's no reason not to check it. I know some runners keep track of all that stuff and others don't.
It's a small key to this dungeon. Thanks, game.
Yay!
It's a compass.
Well, you know, once you've used all your keys in the rest of the dungeon because reasons, you need that small key to get to Trinex. You thought about skipping this.
Yeah, here's the...
Okay, yep, it is. It is exactly
There was something up here, wasn't there? Yeah, it's just money.
Nope. I mean, money is a thing that exists. All right. We did not get a Pod Big Key in particular at Spiral Cave exit. Oh, this is interesting. So Jesse's going to go kill Trinex as well.
Yeah, and he's not going to have the 20 rupees that we got out of the big chest, but let's be completely real here. Those are not necessary.
Nope. But given the number of things that we're missing, I'm kind of surprised he's doing this before looking for, say, Eastern Palace. And he's got to be a little more concerned, I think, about this exit. Maybe not. I don't know. He might have a good sense of where this is going to spit out. So we'll see if he checks it or not. Then you can get 20 more rupees to replace the 20 rupees he didn't get from the big chest.
All right, now, for a brief moment in time, 8-bit has the crystal lead.
Yep.
Which is going to change when Jesse goes to beat up Trinex.
Yep.
Actually, 8-bit might be going into Hera now, so we'll see them at parity soon.
Well, Jesse still needs to do Eastern.
True. Jesse needs to go find Eastern. And we could also go find... We could literally end up finding Ice. And for all I know, Ice might be the thing we need to do. Yeah, here's Hera. I still don't think 8-bit's gonna go ahead and do the basement. Clearly not.
No, it's too easy to get here to check it later if you need to. If this were in the middle of nowhere, then yeah. But if this were in the middle of nowhere, he would have already beaten it.
Like I said, the turns have definitely tabled. And Jesse is currently kind of clawing back unless he finds something before 8-bit does here. With that something would have to be the pod big key, though.
Yeah, 8-bit just skipping a few slower things, also having the boots longer and being able to do some of the dungeons faster because of said boots. Also with a better, having that tempered sword longer as well. Has made some of the combat a little faster and just getting through things a little, tempered sword plus boost, you can just kind of run through everything. Whereas Jesse for a long time had neither of those things. No sword and no boots. And not just no tempered sword, but, no sword.
You killed, what, 3 bosses with silvers and no sword?
Silvers, yes. He killed 3 bosses with silvers and no sword. Although I think one of those is ice arm modes.
Yeah, we have these myths checks we can do now. We could go ahead and start the Smith chain, which is what 8-bit's going to do. And we're probably going to see a flute to 6 here. And there it is. So Jesse will find Eastern.
Area. Yep. And then it's a pod big key hunt. So Jesse not out of it by any means because, when it's just one item like that, if he happens to go to the right place before 8-bit does, the problem is that 8-bit is just covering a lot of ground while Jesse's catching up by doing Eastern. So Jesse needs to choose something that 8-bit hasn't done yet, and 8-bit's done a lot of these things. It's not gonna. Yeah, he can't do desert. He doesn't have that. No, he does have the big key. He could do desert, and he wouldn't even He wouldn't even lose the Smith because it's a pendant.
Yeah, it did. In fact, 8-bit skip the big key chest, like Chad is suggesting.
Oh, Eastern. Big key. Did he skip it? He might have. I mean, he's been doing those kind of. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing those kind of skips the entire seed.
Yeah, those are the aggressive types of skips that you kind of want to take care of in a what's the question? Racing situation? Yeah, the issue is that the crystal is considered a follower, so it tags the follower flag and overwrites whatever you have. Pendant does not do that.
I was about to ask why the crystal is considered a follower, and I imagine it's because in the vanilla game they all have princesses in them, or maidens, I guess.
Yeah, you're releasing a maiden in the cutscene.
Yep. So there's for a brief second, you got a follower. My favorite follower thing, and my favorite. Sometimes I do appreciate it, sometimes I don't. Depends on the situation. But when you walk into a dark cave and your smith disappears. Oh hey, it's the rescue cave. Which sometimes, every once in a while, you get that when you actually haven't rescued the old man, and you're like, oh hey, I know where this goes. And then you curse it if you've already rescued the old man like an hour ago. You have to go back and get your smith again.
Chat saying maybe the pod big key is vanilla. Maybe. Or maybe, hopefully, we never have to find out.
I mean...
We still have 2 entrances at the top of the mountain that we haven't done yet.
Oh my god.
Actually, we have a couple more on East Death Mountain, too. It's not the Eastern Big Key
Not
Chest.
Eastern Big Key Chest.
And now latebit's checking some of these entrances that Jesse already has. Yeah, we haven't seen Castle Tower yet.
No, we haven't.
And we don't need what's behind Castle Tower, but...
Yeah, we have the keys.
We do indeed. The problem, I think, now for Jesse is there's no room for really finding something that latebit hasn't found, because latebit's going to all that both players have left.
Okay, so I think Jesse's out is desert, landmo item / green pendant, or ped. So Jesse's already got a little pendant equity because he's done Skullwoods, right? So I think if you're Jesse, you have to, when you see that desert entrance, you gotta just do it. And that
hey,
gets
look,
you
we summoned the tower.
There it is. And then you just do ice when you get there. I mean, I imagine latebit would do ice as well, because it is 8 checks versus the 1 or 2 in the other pendant dungeons. Hey, look, a book! Just what we want. So yeah, I think those are Jesse's outs. I think pretty much anything else, he's just in trouble. I don't see him coming back.
Yeah, it's a kind placement for a book, honestly.
Yeah, because we can do Ether Tablet right now.
That's not supposed to be there.
A quake. That is the wrong medallion.
It just brings me back to watching Polar Bear Bunny on comms at one point. She goes, "Silly Bombos, you're not supposed to be there," in its vanilla location. The center drop here is the big thing right now, is these 2. And then we're out of entrances, so one of these has to be ice. Jesse also rescuing my arrow, thank you.
I mean, ice could be at GT, and it's just completely not necessary as well.
That is true. But then the big key to pod won't be in ice, and will make Elizun upset.
It will not. That does.
Actually, did we not? We didn't go down here either.
No, I don't. No, we haven't.
So one of these is going to be ice. And there it is.
There, well, are we missing any other big keys? Nope.
Hera.
Well, I mean...
But no, there it is. It's just that simple. Latebit's in go mode at about 145. And Jesse's nowhere near it.
Nope.
Yeah, it's going to take him a minute.
Yeah, again, just coming down.
Oh, yeah. That's right. This just spits out up here. He drops down, he gets it, and then we have an execution race, but it's an execution race where latebit has like a lap head start.
Yep.
But I don't see him getting it without checking this first. Which this is time costly, because this is the TR big chest, so you're gonna open it, you're gonna get your 20 rupees, then you're gonna come back.
At least he's already done. He's done Crystal Roller, so it could be worse, but yeah.
Yeah, by the time he gets it, latebit will be on his way to Ganon.
So yeah, again, just coming down to Jesse just last locating the climb.
Well, here it is. He's going to drop and get the wrong entrance. Then he's going to step in and get the right entrance.
Yep. So he definitely saved a bunch of time towards the end game, but it just wasn't enough. Just between the later boots and just the extra stuff he did before climbing is the difference. That's it. That's all it is. If any of those locations that Jesse had done had been a thing, we're looking at a very different outcome. And Helmosaur with silver arrows is a very quick second phase. Just don't miss.
If you just barely miss and then he steps into you, things can get ugly real fast if you're talking low percent. But 15 hearts red mail?
Yeah, we're not talking low percent here. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I mean, latebit did not last locate the climb.
No.
For starters, he didn't even do left side of swamp until he went back. He didn't
went back,
parapod up era.
He also didn't do left side mire. Didn't do Skullwood.
There's things that are considered slower that, you know, after you skipped a few things that literally end up being nothing, it all works out in the end for end game stuff. No, Jesse's got all the keys. At this point, Ice is either Pyramid Fairy or GT.
Yep. I think that's all we have. I just realized what this music is for. I'm sure you all are hearing latebit's music, but I've got Jesse's on. It's Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, I've been listening to the Saga MSU on latebit side for a little bit.
Yep.
I
kind of
actually have. I have the Game Metal MSU somewhere, and they're both a jam. Let's be honest. But let's do some GGs for latebit. He's gonna get just under sub 150 here.
149.21. Let's see if Jesse decides to finish. He only has the Ganon fight left, but I could see not finishing as well because
just
a Ganon fight. You know, the hardest thing in the game. No, it's not.
So the play-in race hasn't been determined yet because for one, we have to get through 7 weeks of Swiss first.
Yep.
For two, how many people are going to be available for a static time play-in race is going to depend on how many people are in the play-in race.
Yep.
Everyone's availability is. We're going to let the administration figure that out in 2 weeks.
That's above my pay grade. Having done that sort of thing in other tournaments, you guys can do it.
And if you watched last year's, the big play-in race we had last year for the 7 and 1, 6 and 2.
The hard required double dip the GT climb.
Well, either Hyrule Castle Key or Mirror is at the top of GT, and they're next to each other.
Yep.
The scene where people are breaking into left side swamp and getting their mitts, and their route's poisoned because they have mitts.
Yeah. Crosskeys being Crosskeys.
Cross and keys. Sometimes at the same time.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Yeah, latebit's saying he's going to be right back and join us, so they're probably going to get both our runners in at the same time, which is really nice. Unless Jesse needs a quick break as well.
And after 2 hours, what do you?
Oh boy.
Sometimes, oh boy, I remember marathoning, like, when we used to play combo and sub 3 was a unicorn.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh. And trying to sit there for 3.5 hours after a cup of coffee and a bottle of water, and you're just like,
Yep. All right, Jesse finishing up with an official race time at 1:51:20.
Yeah, 3 minutes or 2 minutes, just about a Ganon fight. That's how you like to write it up if you're going to be close. GG.
All right, we do have latebit joining us, and I imagine Jesse will. Jesse will join us too. He hasn't said anything else. So latebit, Compass Chest and Swamp. Walk us through Swamp House a little bit.
Let's not.
That was not on purpose. I take it then.
No, it definitely was. I was giving myself more incentive to go back there later if I needed to, and it worked out. But how much BS can one person get away with?
Apparently, a lot tonight.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the other skips you made turned out to all be really good because Jesse joining us did all those things.
It worked out. No. But how much BS can one person get away with?
GG.
You guys gave us
I mean, honestly,
a bit of a scare for a little bit.
The other
skips
like,
one of them's going to climb eventually, right?
Really good because Jesse joining us.
Well, I mean,
did all
Jesse, you last located the climb.
Yes, you last located the climb.
Yeah, I was. As soon as I that fourth, I was like, and I did last time. I was like, I should be doing the climb right here. This seems like a good play, but I think it was like at that moment. The problem was that got the hammer and. You do everything else, and you get the boots, and then it was like, I've got all these other checks that the boots and the hammer open up. Maybe I can not do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I did like GT in the pod area. Like, I hadn't touched the pod area yet, so I was like, yeah, we'll do GT, and yeah, I did like the well, and then left side GT, and it's like, no, we should go do pod area, and probably that was the best time, so.
Yeah, you had a bunch of loose ends, and nobody really wants to climb, so I can't really blame you. I mean, for myself personally, I never get the climb right. If I do it early, it's wrong. If I do it late, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. So
that is Crosskeys truth.
I know, right? The other issue for you, Jesse, is, I mean, you had a pretty decent crystal lead. I mean, you killed what? You killed a bunch of bosses with just silvers, including a hammerless swamp dip.
I loved that play. That was so much fun.
That was awesome.
And
then, we loved watching that. That was really cool.
I had the sword going into Mire, but like as soon as you get silvers, it's like I was like, as soon as I find Mire, yeah, I don't care.
You're not using
mine.
fighter sword instead of silvers.
Yeah, and then it's like find thieves, and I'm sure you two could see it, like, because I know what the feed looks like. You can see me going into thieves. I pull the hammer, and I'm just like, well, yeah, let's go. Like, I've got that thieves big from Swamp that was hammer locked. I've got a full clearable thieves out of nowhere. I'm like, I'm feeling great today.
Yep. Yeah. The problem was, well, latebit didn't get the single dip Thieves Town. He did get the boots earlier, which isn't everything, but it was definitely.
You're kidding.
A thing.
Yeah, you were. A substantial amount faster than boots.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't really pan out as meaning much in the end anyway, because you're both going up GT at about the same time, and he's got the Heraclear on you. But then, well, about the same time, I say.
Yeah, I'd say
because Jesse was later to boots, he opted to do all of the boots entrance checks first before going.
Yeah, that was the thing. That mirror felt. You get that mirror, and you're like, okay, which way am I going? And I had two thoughts in my head. I was like, one, I can mirror on top of Pyramid, go all the way through Paradox, and end up in Vu, get my mitts, and do those checks. Or I go and do the North route and hit King and Graveyard, and then go to Vu. And it was like, I don't know which one's better, but I think I want to hit... I'm not going to hit Graveyard Ledge later. Like, it's just such a terrible check.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Makes sense. So late, but you were the first to the boots by quite a bit.
I will tell you, I have not felt that bad about, 35-minute boots? I have not felt that bad about 35-minute boots in quite some time.
Wow. That's funny.
Wait, how are those bad? Like,
I mean,
you have to double dip thieves to get the boots, and thieves is in the Dark World, and honestly, not a good spot.
And no mirror.
At
the time, Jesse was right there. And I know you wanted to go to the well, but you had all this Dark World to cover and no mirrors, so yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I come into Dark World at bottom of bumper. It's okay, I'm just gonna do all of Dark World, and you get the hammer and thieves, and you're like, I want to do the well, I should do the well, but I've got a full Dark World loop, and if I find any dungeons, I'm gonna beat them.
Yep.
That I can.
Makes sense.
And
yeah.
So we're gonna walk.
That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason it felt bad for me, is the location of where they are. Because anytime something's there, and I get a hammer, it's gonna get forgotten about. So I knew I had a hammer for like 15, 20 minutes, and then I, pull them out. You saw it on the feed. I went back down and bombed that chest. That's how I felt about that.
Yeah, we saw the bomb.
I was mad at you for bombing that chest.
Well, I was convinced. I was
first
convinced that I was very late to them, but you know.
No, I think you're as reasonably early to them as anyone has right to be on this seed.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's. I
that
felt
Dark
bad
Lord
10
loot was
seconds
too
in,
inviting.
man. You know, you pull a flute from Link's house, you're like, oh god, what do I do now?
Oh, I mean, you saved and quit and saw where Sank was, and then luckily remembered the back of Escape.
Yeah, that got put off for quite
not
some
forgetting
time.
the back of Escape.
No, that's as soon as I got that Samaria, I was like, oh, Meyer.
Yep.
Which was the right decision because then you get your Fire Rod.
Yep.
It just the early game was a lot of Jesse just find dungeon, clear dungeon. Okay, find thing to clear next dungeon. Okay, find thing to clear next dungeon. And then it just turned into a slog as we're just running out of things to do. We're running around checking all of our entrances. It becomes immediately apparent that it's the climb. You get there first, despite not doing left side Mire, not doing Harapot to beat Moldorm. And Jesse's still late to boots, and he's still checking entrances. And it's like, okay, well, this mirror's got to be up here, and the mirror leads to the Mitts, and the Mitts are going to send us home, right? Well, they sent us to Mire. That's not what I would consider home, although it is where my arrow lived today.
I mean, I'm just glad I didn't find ice ever. That would have been worse.
Well, at this point, ice has to be in one of two places.
We figured that your best out, Jesse, was a pet play or a desert item / green pendant, because that was when towards the end game, lately you saw the back of desert and didn't do it. Which, I mean, it's a relatively quick dungeon, and it's essentially 2 items, but it's also, a pendant.
Yeah. Plus, I had my eyes on 2 bigger entrances that were still out there. Mini Moldorm Caves somewhere out there, and Ice was somewhere out there. So I was just playing density, trying to find that pod big. And eventually, I stumbled into a 1-item cave, which had it because, of course.
Yeah, no, I mean, you do. You find Hookshot Cave at the front of desert. It brings you to DDM. You're like, okay, I'm doing DDM, and then you just jump down and there it is.
Yep.
So. Yeah, I think the only entrances I didn't really hit was I didn't hit Spike Cave, Hammer Peg's Ice Palace, or the middle 2 drops on Death Mountain or the top of Paradox. So not sure which one it might have been.
Definitely covered a lot of ground though. Either way, you guys showed us almost everything. Almost.
Yeah, 175 CR without finding ice or the back of desert. So
and
a lot
in
of full
base
clear
Crosskeys
dungeons.
in sub 2.
Yeah.
So a pretty solid run game by both of you guys. Good job.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why you had the records that you had. Jesse's still alive for the play-in. latebit still alive for just getting in the first place. We got 2 weeks left. How y'all feeling?
It only gets harder from here.
Yeah,
fair?
No, everybody's desperate now.
Also fair.
So we're going to see a bunch more stuff skipped by latebit next week.
Some of it's going to be regretted, some of it not. It's just, I'm going to run no MSU next week and just loop Yakety Sax for a couple hours.
I mean,
I can get behind that.
The ultimate runaround MSU. Let's go.
I will say, AFG, me and you, next week.
Mano a mano.
Yep.
3 MMM.
Well, no, he's 4-1. I'm 4-1. We've been just following each other's footsteps, trying to set this up.
Next week.
Sorry, what was that? You cut out.
Me? I just say could happen next week.
Yep. As long as our records are matching, and they have been for pretty much the entire tournament. So he's the one I want, but I gotta take who I can give. The RNG may just throw me something rude.
You're kind of at the mercy of what Start.gg decides to do.
Can Start.gg be bribed?
No,
Asking for
but
a
I'm
friend.
sure Jesse's probably got some names he's not looking forward to potentially running
I'm not
into
gonna-
at 3 and 2.
I'm not going to complain at this point.
This isn't...
I'm sure you talked about who people played. I ran into Lynn and Wally in back-to-back weeks.
Oh.
And I came out unscathed against those two.
That's impressive.
And the week before that was a win against Tyler Salt. Ever since my week 1 loss, I have not had a break of
No, you haven't.
what would be counted as closer to a gimme. I just haven't had gimmies, and I'll take where I'm at 3 and 2 to have survived some of this gauntlet.
Mhm.
But no, there's nobody that I'm going to be like, oh yeah, this is the worst case scenario. There's good people at every block, but yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's been the thing we've definitely experienced over the past few years, whether we have multi-modes or not. This Crosskeys scene has gotten hyper competitive. I wouldn't sleep on basically anybody at this point.
No. I mean, when we had 120 plus people join this tournament again, and you take the top 24 will make a bracket this year or something like that.
Even at 24 at 120, which is a much better ratio than we've had in the past, it's still going to be the hardest tournament to make brackets in.
Always. Yep.
So
no denying that. So I'll take where I'm at. I want to make brackets, but then there's going to be a lot of names who miss brackets that are top tier runners in this community.
Yep.
So
there are more than 24 top tier runners in this tournament.
There's going to be some that are
So
already
that
missing
just
brackets
doesn't work
that have
out.
never missed it before. So
That's wild.
says a lot about the strength of the community in this mode and how popular it's gotten.
Yep.
But I'm
All
definitely rooting for Jesse to make it to the Thunderdome. Always a pleasure to race against you.
It was fun tonight, for sure. Had a good one. I want to make the Thunderdome because the last 2 years I have calmed the Thunderdome with Brave. And she and I have both been saying, I've calmed on her channel. I've joined her for that race the last 2 years. We've had a great time. And we've said last year, we're both playing to be in it or better, finally. So, maybe.
That'd be fun with either one of you. Or both.
Yeah. Just, 3 and 2 next week. I got to win 2 more races. Can't lose again. Let's keep the end of the tournament fun.
Absolutely. All right. I will just say good luck to both of you moving on. If there's anything else either of you wants to add, now's the time, and then we'll send it back over to Top Attack.
This game stinks.
Ooh,
Always has.
get better.
But no, I'll just say thank you to everybody for helping out, volunteering tonight. So appreciate it. Always love getting on a restream over here on ZSR. So
Yeah, for sure. It was good to see this come together in the Restream channel today.
I do what I can.
I'm just like, oh, he's calling for a game. Hey, that's after I get out of work. Okay, I'll let you guys know that I'm on after I get out of work. Don't work middays, it sucks.
And also shouts to Jaxie, our other tracker. I
It
know
would be
he
nice
wanted to
if you-
commentate this race, but you don't want me tracking. I don't think he wants Ruby tracking.
Ruben's gonna fall asleep tracking. No, Jaxie's been talking about getting in the booth with me. We'll find a way.
We'll get him back.
Hey now, Czar, hey, falling asleep while tracking is my stick.
You could fall asleep while restreaming. We've had that happen before.
I've done that before.
Oh no.
I mean, as long as you wake up for the end, I suppose it's fine.
Yeah, a lot of love for Tomal. Tomal's been putting on a race pretty much any night that he can for all 5 weeks of this tournament. So we've gotten some barn burners either mid-afternoon or late evening in the U.S. time zones, and some of those have been European friendly. We've gotten to see some pretty cool matches. So big props to him.
I try and get a few of the European ones on, but it's hard for me to do just because of work. But Sundays and Mondays I'm off, so I try to get a couple on in the morning. Either way.
Just let me know, because sometimes I can jump on those.
Well, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you to everyone who came out tonight to watch. Thank you guys for a great race. It's always nice when we get something that comes really close like that. Most of these races are fun regardless of how it ends up, but it's always nice to get something like this. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Jaxie, for giving up the coming to track with me. And I'm going to send this over to the otters because I'm too lazy to find something to actually raid. And we'll get out of here.